This is on Monday morning. I walked over to the stage area with Connie and her husband, and Jimi Hendrix had just finished playing to an empty field.
What?
The field looked like World War III had just happened, like something out of a sci-fi movie where there were no people left on Earth. There are empty campsites. It's incredible to see all the garbage lying around and the smell. The field around the stage is completely empty, and there must be, this is an 18-year-old's version, 5,000 to 10,000 sleeping bags. There's probably 500,000 sleeping bags. Blankets and pieces of plastic that got too wet to take along. A field full of litter. Eloy said that they will take all the blankets back to New Mexico because a lot of people are poor. There were dozens of sandals and pairs of shoes lying around. I even saw a full campsite with a Bunsen burner, a small fire, mugs, food, a kettle, clothes, and no people. Linda and I smoked up with everyone, took some pictures, and kissed everybody goodbye. Did you want someone to play right now? I'll continue? Okay. The epilogue. We walked over to the main road where the information booth was. After standing around for about 10 minutes, we finally got a lift with three guys who stopped their car and yelled out, "Anyone want a lift to New York City?" They only had room for one, but we both managed to squeeze in the car. They kindly drove us right to the door of Linda's relatives in Long Island, where I had a nice long bath and a much-needed sleep and a real bed. Linda's relatives took us to Greenwich Village a couple days later, and we were so excited when Joni Mitchell and Graham Nash walked by.
Oh my God!
Look who's there! Look. We were such teeny boppers. It wasn't until later, when the magnitude of what Woodstock was hit home, and it became an event of the 20th century, that I realized I'd been part of something monumental. I've never regretted going, and as the years passed, I forgot all the bad memories and only tell everyone how fantastic it was. This past August 2018, I got in touch with Lisa Law, little Pilar's mother. She was on a documentary on CNN about the 60s, and the last episode was about Woodstock. I called the Bethel Museum on the Woodstock site, and the next thing I knew, my phone rang and a woman said, "Hi, I'm Lisa Law." She told me Nancy had passed away and Eloy was still alive. He has to be around 80 because their oldest daughter was 10 at Woodstock, and the youngest daughter, Cueva, was about 1 or 2. She told me that all his girls got married, and it was like asking about a long-lost relative. I was so excited. They all still live in New Mexico and are friends, and her daughter Pilar lives in Sebastopol, California, and owns a gallery. I was telling my friends Robert Klumpus and Michael Barr, who you heard today, I was telling them the story, and they both know her. They go to Yelapa, Mexico every winter, and she goes there. And she's put together a museum on Yelapa, and as Michael was telling me, I think she's working on another one about Woodstock. But talk about a small world. That's it. I just want to make sure if everybody gets a minute to look at the photos over on the side of my little collage there. There's the people we stayed with, and me and my friend Linda, and the mobs of people. And anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. So this is me on the first afternoon, the Friday. These little things were supposed to be water, like where you would fill up a bottle of water, but I don't think any water ever came out of it. This was the couple we stayed with their youngest daughter, Cueva. This was when we were leaving. Then the night when I was in the tent with their friend who wanted his jeans fixed, they went to see Jimi Hendrix, and so they were backstage with my friend Linda, and so she took this picture of them. And then in a book on Woodstock, I saw this picture of Hendrix, and then there's the couple in the background. This is Linda at the lake, swimming at the famous, if you've seen the movie where people are swimming. This was the first afternoon. Now this was Friday at maybe noon. So you can imagine, within even a few hours after that, all of this grass area would have been solid people. That's like Russia. And and then this was us with those third-rate Coca-Colas, whatever they were. And this is Shai Hernandez, the brother of Zilla. I found it. Unfortunately, I only took about 8 pictures because I had a little Instamatic and, you know, they have those little cartridges.
That's how we did.
Stupidly, I bought one for 12 pictures and some of the pictures never turned out, they were just black. I think Linda took my camera when she went on stage, and in those days, if you didn't have a flash, you know, you just got a black
Smile,
picture,
Linda.
so. Oh.
You gotta sit for good, like I say.
You ain't telling Nora,